It's that time of the month again. Let's find out what's happening in the Las Vegas housing market. Hoorah! Thanks for checking out the channel. My name's Eric Hudson with Keller Williams Realty here in Las Vegas and retired Air Force officer. My team and I get calls, texts, and emails every day from people just like you looking to make that move to Las Vegas. And hey, we love it. We'll work our butts off days, nights, weekends. It doesn't matter. We got your back. We put out videos every week teaching you everything you know about living, working, and playing in beautiful Sin City, aka Las Vegas. So subscribe below. Hit that bell icon for notifications so you'll be the first to know when we have a new video out teaching you everything you want to know about Las Vegas. So let's go ahead and start with the most important thing. What is housing doing this month? Because that's what everybody is talking about. So let's go into single family homes. Last month of July, that's what we kind of count for our August numbers and everything. So we had 2,041 homes sold with 2,352 new coming on market. That leaves us with 3,524 homes that can be purchased. The median price of those homes was $450,000 compared to people put their homes on the market for a median price, $475,000, and the average sold price was $596,614. So let's get into a few quick things real quick here. So did you notice that the median price was $450,000 of the ones sold compared to the new listings of $475,000? So people are already starting to forget what has happened, and the buyers are not letting them get away with it. Even though we have multiple offers, we're kind of done with that crazy stuff. A lot of these guys who are doing this are going to lose badly, especially at these high interest rates. We'll try to get into that a little bit later. So right now we have an effective inventory of 1.7 months. Now, sticking with single family homes, last month we had 2,293 sold, ending the month with 3,680 left in inventory. Last month, the median price was $440,990. And 1.6 months of inventory. Here's the thing, $9,010, I think that's about right. That's what it went up over the last month. So there's some interesting signs out there. Now, we go back a whole year, there were 2,066 units sold this time of year, and 7,331 units left in inventory. Now, the median price was $465,000, 3.5 months of inventory. Now, this is kind of like the beginning of things starting to go down and down and down and down. Now, we look at this inventory, 3.5 months. Yes, it is more than it was now or last month. Now, a normal market is 5 to 6 months of inventory. So technically, back then we were in a seller's market, but you saw what things happened. Those interest rates went up and it affected people a great deal. Now, let's move to the condo and townhome market. Now, in the condo and townhome market, last month we had 610 sales with 692 new units coming on the market, leaving us about 871 units available. Now, that median price for those was $273,500 compared to a median list price of $282,000. So even that, you get these people who are losing it and they're like, well, everything disappears in one weekend. It is. Everything has multiple offers. It is, if it's properly priced. But you can see that people are not paying the list price. $282 is the median list price. $273,500 is what they paid. And the average listing price for something that was sold for condos and townhomes was $297,149. I always like to explain what the difference is and why it's the average is so far above the median. It has to do with the way things are calculated. So if you were to take all of the sales, chop them up, divide them by the number, that's the average. The median is if you look at the very one in the middle, and that is considered the most accurate measure, because here in Las Vegas we have, multi-million-dollar homes and condos that go for sale. Think about those penthouses out on the strip. That's what drives that up. So one good $3 million penthouse sale really pulls it when you only have 610 sold. As far as inventory goes, we have 1.4 months of inventory for condos and townhomes. And last month, we had 646 condos and townhomes sold. When the end of the month was done, we had 930 units available. Now, if we compare against last month where the median price was $275 and the average was $293, $840, we still have 1.4 months of inventory. Now, even though it looks like it's down a little bit, by about $1,500, yes, that's true. We just don't know where the sales are overall. We had roughly the same amount, but it did retract a little bit. Also remember, the sales for condos and townhomes has been very steady for several months. So that really is just a statistical anomaly. And if we go back to last year, a year ago, there were 606 units changing hands. And guess what? A year ago, there was 1,618 on the market. The median price for the units sold back then was $271,800 with an average of $281,602. So what does that show? We're ahead of where we were last year in condos, but below for houses. So the market is fairly stagnant. Now, remember a year ago, things were changing. Prices were going down month after month. We then had 6 good months of just solid the same. And now we're starting to see some increases again. Now, there is some pressure that could drive that higher. Let's start going deeper. So you see the values of condos and townhomes has recovered. Yet we are still below last year's prices on single homes. Neither category has recovered to the highs of the market back in May of 22, where the median price of a single family home was $482,000. And for condos and townhomes, it was $285,000. So we're still behind on that. So what does that market look like now? Well, we're still in a brisk yet interesting time. Homes are flying off the market once again with multiple offers. The atmosphere is a little different because even though there are multiple offers, the homes are not selling at a premium like they did at the top of the market. We no longer have the $50,000 overpriced stuff going on. That stuff is over. Hopefully the sellers will get some of the notes that may not be coming back. And one of the reasons, hopefully we'll get into soon. So what's driving this market that we have right now, especially with these high interest rates? Well, the high interest rates is one of the reasons. You have homeowners out there who are sitting on sub 3% loans, and they don't want to give that up to upsize, downsize, or just move to another part of town. Who would blame them? Can you? It's just a little thing called math. If you bought a house, even at the top of the market for $482,000, and you're lucky enough, maybe pay a few points, maybe just to get in. I've heard some people actually got this 2.25%. You're paying 5% down on a conventional loan. You know what my payment would be? $1,750.30. I'll give you the 30 cents. If I celebrated buying a new home right now and sit there going, oh, look at all the money I saved. I didn't have to pay $482, I only paid $450. Well, have you looked at the current interest rates? Have you? Well, wait for it. As of this morning, on a conventional loan, average was 7%. You know what your payment would be? $2,844.17. Again, you can keep the 17 cents. Now, this is payment only. I didn't calculate in taxes, insurance, HOA, or the gum disease known as PMI. We make holes in teeth. You gotta be old enough to have Saturday morning cartoons to get that one. Now I ask you this little question. If you had a payment of $1,750, $1,750, would you give that up to buy another home? The answer is most won't and most don't. The only people putting their homes on the market right now must do so for life events like divorce, death, moving to a new job, going to an assisted living facility, or their family expanding. Children, people having to move in with them who, instead of going to an assisted living facility, moved in with their children. Now they actually need more space. These things are happening. It is life events. Are you getting the idea? And this is what's keeping inventory low. Remember that inventory creeped up to almost 10,000? Well, when those people didn't get what they wanted, they wanted to go like, I'm going to max out the market. I'm just waiting. And then they saw it and they rushed in as interest rates were going up. Well, that didn't work out too well for them, did it? So they pulled their houses off the market. And you're like, well, why are these buyers paying 7%? Well, they're being convinced to follow the new mantra. Marry the house, date the rate, divorce the payment. In other words, they're seeing that these rates are temporary. And most of the experts are saying that's absolutely true. And they plan to refinance as soon as the rates are coming down. So they're going, hey, I only paid $450. I'll make high payments for a year or so, and then when they come down to what I'm willing to pay, I'll just refinance, pay a few $1,000, and if I'm lucky, the lender pays for it, because some of them will, just to get your business. Remember, only a year ago from now, the rates were as little as 5%, when everyone thought the sky was falling. Right now, all of the experts are saying the same thing. Once rates hit 5%, this market is going to be worse than it was when the rates were at 2.25. That's because of all this pent-up demand. So they're going to go out there and they're going to start spending that, and they're going to start bidding them houses up again. So what do? Well, you can point towards what has now become, here in Las Vegas, 35% of the housing market. And that's new build homes. Because, the sellers, 6 months ago, I was telling everybody, hey, go in there. The sellers are paying all your closing costs, paying your interest rate down. None of them are doing that anymore. If you wanted to do that, you'd have missed that boat. So here's the new boat to catch. And for some reason, I just don't understand. Why are they still paying your closing costs? Why are they still buying down your interest rates? It don't make sense. It's 35% of the market. They're selling houses as fast as they can. It seems like, why would they even pay a co-op to a realtor? You know why they're doing it? They're afraid. Now, normally, on conditions like this, the builders stop paying for everything. It's like, why would I pay somebody when everybody's coming to me? Well, you know what? That's just business. This time around, I think they're gun shy. And I think they want to keep the wheels greased and keep things going, even though they're having a great time. One builder I know cut off everything during the good times because they're like, hey, everything's going great. And then the market changed and they almost went out of business. This is a major builder because they were forsaken by the people who remembered what they did. Remember, there are a lot of moving pieces, and you can get people ticked off, and it's like, you have to remember, it's like I tell folks, there are other people involved in the transaction, and some people will go like, well, why don't we go over to this builder here, which is kind of what happened, and they kind of fell on hard times. They're coming back right now. This can be an opportunity because sometimes, especially now, it's hard to believe, it can cost less to buy a home that's brand new instead of looking to buy somebody else's stuff. For the new builders, it's all about business because a homeowner, they're emotionally involved. How dare someone ask me to pay their closing cost? How dare they ask me to buy down their interest rates? Now, 6 months ago, they were like, I will gladly do that. But now they're getting emotional again. The builder, they're not emotional. They know they're going to have to pay your closing costs. They know they may have to help with your interest rates, and different ones will do different things for you. If you're at least interested in seeing what's out there, I have a link in the description I put down below where you can see all of the new homes and what's available on the market and what's coming on the market. I'm glad to provide that for you. Just sign up. You'll be able to get the alerts and everything else and see what's available. We would really love for you to join us here in the Las Vegas area. So keep in mind, we help with your relocation or PCS here at Las Vegas, and give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, and we're happy to make your move as smooth as possible, Las Vegas. Make sure you hit that subscribe button below so you'll be first in to know about the current market conditions here in Las Vegas, North Las Vegas, and Henderson. We put out new videos every week. The intent is to help you learn everything you want to know, the good, the bad, the ugly of living here in Sin City. So if you'll be so kind, shoot us a comment. Let us know if there's any questions that you have or any other videos you would love for me to make to help you learn more about Las Vegas. Also hit that like button. It helps the YouTube algorithm put our information and content out to other people just like you to make that move to Las Vegas as smooth as possible. It helps a lot. All right, that's it for the day. We'll keep the lights on for you.